Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video over on the channel, and we got another SoRare video. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is covering the second 100 deals I've managed to get over on SoRare. So we did a video for the first one, covering the first 100 deals, how much profit, how we picked the cards up, what losses we've made, and what I'm doing is I'm doing one for the second 100 because we've made different losses, we've been doing different trading methods, and we've slowly shifted our method from bidding to more sniping, so you guys will really see how that goes in the video. So what I've done is I have basically got every single, the last 100 sales that I've managed to get. I've gone and put down the buy price, the sell price, the profit, and then I've put down if I've won them on a bid, a snipe, or a trade offer. So the players will be in front of you, and yeah, what we're going to do is we are going to go through the players, and what I've done is I've highlighted some of the interesting players. Either I've got on deals or on interesting losses. So the first of the 100 deals is going to be starting here with Stefan Skirbo. Stefan Skirbo was bought for €9.36, so at €10.78, with a €1.42 profit, and that's starting off on a trade offer. We then proceed to move on to the next card, which is it's a bit annoying because when you do sell cards, they don't necessarily come in order. So I've had to find the players that are on the last list and make sure they weren't on this list. But yeah, then we then head over here to Niles. When I picked him up on a trade offer with a €1.65 profit. Then have the likes of Han, €1.29 on a trade offer on him. We then head to DNA, €1.32. Then we get to one of the first of the interesting cards, which is Paolo Sciornito. The reason this guy is quite interesting is because I think I picked up one on a trade offer, and then I went and scoured him on the market. Yeah, I picked up this one on a trade offer, picked this one up for €15.11, sold it at €17.91, and took home a €2.83 profit. But if I can go and grab this guy, what is quite interesting about this guy is I went and then checked the market. So I think I went and won him right here. Was that the one? Yeah, I think that's the one we might have been something completely different. But basically I went and checked the price, and there were two on the market at €15.11. And I was like, well, if you look at this guy's previous data, it's €19.10, €19.30, and you know, €18.38. And I was like, well, the guy's not injured. I don't think he even plays, does he? No, he doesn't play. So there's no difference in terms of him playing or not playing. There was no news about him. He wasn't injured. He wasn't going to transfer to a team that wasn't playing. So basically, what probably happened was someone bought a few, panic sold them, and was like, oh no, I don't really want them, and then just flood list them for 15 euros as such. So then what I did was I just went and picked them all up. I was like, well, you know, I'm very confident I can sell them for at least 18. We're looking at a €3 profit there. At least 19 here. So I was looking at the previous days. I saw he got flood listed. They're all by the same user. I want to pick them all up for €15. What you'll see later in the video is when I put them all up for €15, this one was sold at €17.46, and we sold this one for €17.91, and this one for €17.84. So just under €3 profit for all three of those cards. But if you're confident enough on the player not being injured, and you're confident enough on the, you know, basically there's been nothing's really changed about the card. If there's been no external factors, no different variables, you know, I personally have taken the gamble right there, bought three, and it's paid off not too badly with making, you know, a very easy €6-7 just off of, you know, identifying that someone's panic selling them. So that's the first thing we're seeing right here, or the first thing you can pick up on is, if cards for no reason being panic sold again, it does take a bit of research. Just Google the name, Google them on Twitter, that's always a good thing. And it'll give you a bit of an idea. Because obviously if there was a reason to panic sell, you don't want to be buying. But if there's no reason to panic sell, you want to take opportunity of someone, or make the most of someone else panic selling. So that's the first, I guess, thing to bring up. We're then going to keep going through some of the deals. We get to another Skirbo. This was one of the first cards we've actually, I don't think I was actually sniping him, but I just picked him up on a buy now. And a €1.42 profit. We then still have a lot of cards we seem to be winning on bids. We got Jazunkovic right here, bought a €4.21, sold it for €5.68. That's a €1.47 profit. We then go to the card after. That's a little bit better. Picked him up for €10.07. Sold him at €12.61, which is a €2.54 profit. We then have Christian Morfer, this guy. When I picked him up for €7.15. Sold at €10.34, which is a nice €3.19 profit there on a trade offer. A few more bids, not bad. Fidel, €2.50 profit. Nice deal here on Tedic. Managed to get ourselves a €3.81 profit on him. Again, trade off, bid. And then we get the last one, which is Mignon. And we've got ourselves a €3.02 profit right there. We then scored up and we come to some Almeidas. What's interesting about Almeida is one of the players that I bought on the first day of me playing on SoRare. So on the 27th. Actually, I think it might have been the 2nd or 3rd. But basically, I picked him up about 7 or 8 days ago. I've basically been resilient enough with the card. I presume he's kind of come through. Maybe he's coming out of an injury or something. I mean, did he play the last game? Did he play the last game? He did play the last game. So what's happened here is he probably had an absolute stinker here. Didn't play, and now he's come back again. And what's happened is he's probably gone. I think I picked them up at what did I pick up the Almeidas at? Picked up the Almeidas for €3.50 and €3. Probably went down to about €2.70, and now we've rebounded to €4.68, which meant I took a €1.70 profit on one and a €1.18 profit on the other. Lovely. We then come to a Kevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell, we went and bought for €24.85 and sold for €28.70, making a €3.08 profit right there on bid. Card above that, even nicer, €4.32 on bid. We then have this card again. That card was sold last episode. It's so weird because some of these were sold, obviously, after this card, but this card's popped up before, so I don't know why. It's, some sort of glitch, presumably. But we are carrying on to a really, really nice card we got right here, which is SoRare. SoRare, we went and picked up for €14 and flipped for €19.96, turning over a nice little €9.96 profit there, just under €6 on a card that was only 14, which is quite nice. Scrolling through to a few more cards here. Where's Duarte? Actually, we've got the bass right there. There you go. Duarte had a nice little €3.04 profit on him. Won him on a bid a little while ago. We then go to Ganelon's, one of the early cards I bought, 0.25. Nothing crazy, but it's just what I've done is I've held on to him for so long. He's probably just come back into playing well again, or back into form, or there being a lack on the market. We've gone and sold him up. So then proceeds to be a few trade offers. Nothing crazy. €1.70, €2.20. And we get to the first loss. And there's nicely not many this episode. And that is Nikolai Jorgensen. Now, Nikolai Jorgensen has recently had a transfer. Obviously, we've just come out of a transfer window, so there's been a bit of news and a bit of, he's been going on holiday, to put it politely. So, Nikolai used to play for, was it Transport? He used to play for one of the teams. Sorry, it is Kasimpansa Spor Kulubu. Yeah, that team. And he's gone and transferred to Copenhagen, if I'm not wrong. And as a result, it was very weird because SoRare had him down as someone who wouldn't have his score being tracked. Obviously, if you don't know, SoRare is fantasy football, and obviously if you're not playing for a club or a certain league isn't being tracked, you're not going to get any fantasy football scores, and as a result, your price is going to drop. Well, it was a bit weird though because he transferred into the Danish league, but it said his score wouldn't be tracked. But the Danish league, as you can find right here, there's a list of all the leagues that they track the data of, is one of the ones that was tracked. So it was very weird because temporarily they said, no, we're not tracking the data. But in reality, they were going to track the data. So I don't know, I don't know if that's a glitch on SoRare's part. I don't know if actually what happened was his contract could have expired with, his contract maybe expired with Campinasa. And because he was expired, maybe he was like no club. And because he had quote unquote no club, they said no data was being tracked. As a result of them saying no data was being tracked, he did get panic sold, well, including myself because I wasn't too sure about it. So I did go and pick him up €14.04 and sell him on for €12.67. But what's quite embarrassing is, I think it must have been a day or two after the whole no, his scores won't be tracked was taken off his card. And because he's, I don't know if it was exactly a starter in the Turkish league. I presume he's going to be a starter in let's say Copenhagen. He's gone from €12.67 and he's skyrocketed all the way up here to €25, €29, €25. He's settled down as of recently. I mean, his price is a bit all over the shop. He's not bought overly consistently, but he's at least a solid €20. So obviously, bought him at 14 and sold at the bottom of basically an absolutely massive spike. But that comes down to experience. If I guess understood the site a little bit more, maybe even asked a question in the FAQ. Then I'd know, yes, they are tracking that league. It's just a temporary glitch. But again, that comes down to experience. So something to look into is if you have a question, what you can do is you can go into the Discord, because they do have a Discord, I can just ask the question here. There's many experienced moderators, many experienced people who are just helping the community. You go and ask them a question, and, you know, one of these guys who obviously got experience over you could answer it. So all I had to do is probably go over there and go, all right, is his data going to get tracked? And someone who understood what they're going was probably going to be like, yes, his data is going to get tracked, which meant as a result I wouldn't have had to panic sell him. But, you know, that is the first loss we are going to be seeing. We can see right here we go, picked him up at 14, sold him here for 12.67. Only a €1.30 loss. I mean, what's that when we're making, you know, profit on every single card? And then he's corrected to €25. So, without ruining or spoiling too many more, we then head back over here. So that's the first loss. Then you have a Daniel Waz. We then have a Nesta. Again, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to lie, all these deals here were just having just under €3, 250s, 230s, 270s, 260s, which is nice. A mixture of snipes as well. Paolo Shottinis, there's the one we showed you earlier, where we picked up 3 of the same player. And then we get to a Babasar. Now, there you go, a few more deals. But then we get to a Bunasar. And if you remember in the last episode, we lost quite a bit of money on Bunasar. And I can show you how he's looking this time. So, I'll be honest with you, we did go and pick this one up for, I think it was picked up for €36 3. And it was sold for €19 2. Now again, the reason, covered this in the last episode, Bunasar crashed is because Bunasar does not play for Bayern Munich, he's a reserve. But when he's obviously playing in the AFCON, he's a starter. And obviously he's gone and won it, so good on him. But when he's back to Bayern Munich, he's not going to be playing, aka not going to be getting scores, aka not going to have much value. Whereas obviously he's started every game. So what you can see has happened is he's just dropped and dropped and dropped because he's, you know, running out of use. You can see right now he's €15.70. So in reality, you know, I sold, thank the Lord I sold him, because if I didn't sell him, that's another €4 added to what is already, I think, a €19 loss. But you can see right here I invested in, again, a falling knife as such, you know, something I thought, well, it's down, it'll go back up again. Whereas in reality, it's down, and it was going down and down and down and down. But obviously, you know, this comes down to experience, this comes down to hindsight, and it's something, again, you know, I'll learn it this time, but we'll, you know, we'll hopefully not make this mistake again, and hopefully something you guys can put into mind is, if there's tournaments where players have value, but they won't have value down the line because they're not used other than a tournament player, which is way more the case within the internationals, obviously up and coming World Cup, this will come into fruition a lot more than it will with like the Champions League or something. But there you go, the likes of Bunasar, what we've managed to do is lose a good bit of money on him. Picked him up for €36, sold him at 19.2 with a €16.83. What you'll be happy to know is that is actually the last of the losses. So we took 3 losses in the first 100 deals, and we've taken 2 losses in the second 100 deals. So let's get back underway with the profits and see if there's anything interesting to talk about. Yeah, we got some nice profits popping up right here, if I can find them. Oh yeah, no, here's an interest. So we started sniping as of recently. Just it's a new trading method. I got the video on the channel. Basically, I'm sitting on the 5th and 9th minute. New card pops up. Bang over to SoRare data. See what the recent average is. If it's €2 or more below, I'll go and snipe it. And this Felipe Valencia was actually the first player we went and sniped. We went and picked him up for, if I can show you right here. See how it's a snipe. €10, 1 cent. And sold him for €12.20. Obviously turning over just, well, a €12 to profit. So not too bad for my first snipe. What I did find was crazy is this guy's 15 years old. I can't believe they even have players who are 15 on here. Like, it seems like some legal nightmare, but whatever. But yeah, so that was the first snipe we managed to get. Not bad. Second snipe we managed to get was absolutely amazing to me. So that was Casiedo. Casiedo has recently transferred from Genoa to an Inter Milan backup striker. Didn't actually affect his price, which was quite interesting. Obviously, he's not really playing as he's joined, but there we go. We went and managed to pick him up for €14.68 and sold him. I think it was literally 2 days later for €19. I actually had some trade offer for this, and some guy was going on about. Some guy was trying to trade off me one guy for another guy, and it was like, well, he last sold at €14.68, and I was there like, yeah, that was me, and I got him on a deal. Like that's not his going rate, but yeah, we managed to deny that guy's offer, and yeah, I'm a horrible person to negotiate with. I'm not gonna lie. You don't try and negotiate with the traders. They're an absolute nightmare, especially with cheap stuff. Maybe expensive stuff where I'm more out my depth. You know, people would have their favour, but with cheap stuff, I'd feel pretty confident. But yeah, so we went and sold him for €19. Second snipe turned over a €4.35 profit, which was quite nice. If we head back over to the players as well, this Subic we got on a trade-off. We actually made €4.24 on, which was decent. We then head underway with this card. This card was really weird. Gohan Ghoulie. Again, it was like my third or fourth snipe, so I was really getting into it. And you get these weird snipes where, like, you make money, but it just... I picked him up for €3.02, and I sold him for €3.72. So I shouldn't really complain, because that's 70% profit that generally sold on within... What are we looking at? Generally sold on within, like, I literally bought him in the evening, and he sold by the following morning. It's just a weird one. I ideally want to make €1, €1.50 on the per player, but... You know, I'd take it. It was just a weird one. And he sniped him and you go, 70 cent. It's going, I guess I'm happy with it, but it's just, you know, a bit underwhelming. Hey, beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. So, he's down as snipe, but weird. A few cards, just €2 here, €2 there. Nice bid on a Anso. I believe he's popping up. Yep, picked this guy up and flipped him very, very fast. Picked him up for €11.47, sold him at €15.77, so €4.30 bid. Following deal, €3.22, which is decent. Follow up with a few decent bids right here. We got a Turo, who we made €4 on. We got a Yonch, we made €2.70 on. And then we got a few like €1 deals in a row. If we can scroll down, can we see anything interesting in there? Kiko Casillas, wherever Kiko Casillas is. Probably further up there. Then what do we get underway with? What do we get underway with then? The rights aren't quite yet. So we then get underway with Waldemar Anton, if I can go and find Waldemar Anton. I think I've got to scroll up a little bit for this guy. There we go. So I went and picked this guy up, I think it was when they dropped the Haaland, and they were spamming Bundesliga players on the market. We went and got this guy for... If we can go and find him, hopefully we've left him on. I don't think we have left him on. We went and picked this guy up for a nice little bid of €28.01, and we've just, you know, 3-4 days later, sold him at €34.88. So a nice little profit on the Waldemar, as I think it's the biggest profit. It's a bit weird because last episode we had loads of €6 and €7, whereas this one it's more consistent 3-4 years. So it's less profits, but they're more consistent. But yeah, €6.88, so one of the biggest profits on that. Let's have a little look then. So we've got a few cards. I might have skipped them in here, but I'll cover them because I've got them loaded up. We got a Didier Desprez. I went and bought this guy, I think it was almost 2 weeks ago now, at €15.24. He had a bit of a dip, so, you know, I think I just kept on listing him for €18 because I was confident I could sell him for €18 because of this rise here. But he went and took a dip, but what I kind of find, if I keep players, obviously it's a gamble and this could work out of your favour, and I just keep listing them, half the time they just fall into form, or they'll fall into there won't be many on the market, or there'll be a bit of news that works in your favour. Now obviously, you know, he's up at 23 right now, but he was down at 11 there, so rather than panic selling him, I just kept on to him, and, you know, eventually he's done something well. Obviously this won't always work, definitely for the younger players, you know, Didier Desprez, 22 years old, there's way more that can happen down the line to obviously an older player where they might get injured or they're less likely to fall out of the squad or so on and so on. But obviously the risk with this is that you're, and you know, doing this with more expensive cards, you less want to do, but you know, you just hold on to them, wait till they do something interesting as such. We then get away some Haji Wrights. Haji Wright was exactly like that Lee Gun guy I showed earlier, where I got one deal on him, so I just went for a few deals on him, and then managed to pick a few up for 15. And then it was only just that following evening, sold them both for 18, so that's a nice little €6. And I don't even think I held on to them for longer than 12 hours, which was really, really nice. So, do we have any other interesting cards? We're just coming up to the last cards, really, and ruining the profit. But Balanta was quite interesting. I picked him up just the other day. I'll be honest, I did the exact same thing again. Picked up a few Balantas right here for €9.70 and then two for €9.30. And recently I've sold them for €13.41. Which has turned over a nice little profit there of €4.34. So that's coming to the end of them now. That is the rest of the deals, and we've kind of ruined the profit. The profit we've managed to make of the second 100 deals we got was €233.81, which is not bad because I'm going to go and talk you through a few different stats. So we made, €233 before losses. The losses was an €18 and 2. That came off the back of the Babacar and the Jorgensen, which meant we made, €215, which is €2.16 per card. Or €2.15.5 per card. Which is, you know, a bit interesting because the first set, we made 232. That means that there is generally only a €1.20 difference between the first 100 cards I bought and the second 100 cards I bought. Now, this would be expected because I really just go off a rule of thumb of €2. I try and always undercut by €2. So it does make complete sense that the averages are, very, very close. But what's obviously interesting is here, or in the second 100, I took only €18 worth of losses. Whereas in the first 100, I took €45 worth of losses, which means that we're taking less losses. And what's interesting as well is the majority of the losses in the first set were actually in the second set were bought in the first set. Like the Babacar I bought ages ago, which could have fallen into the first set, which actually meant we could have just have had losses of €1.34, which obviously would have been very, very nice. Obviously would have put us, on €230. But, whatever, you can't do that. You can't trade without taking the losses. You can't ignore the losses. But, yeah, so the second set, we made €187, which meant we made an average of €1.87 per card. The first set, can't speak. And the second set, we made €2.16. Well, the most interesting part of this is the first set of cards, so not this videos, but the last videos, it took 7 days to get those cards. Obviously, we started from a standing start. We had no cards in the club selling on, which meant in the first 100 deals, we made an average of €26.7 a day. Whereas the second 100 deals, we got them in 5 days. So we made more money in less time, which meant we've made an average of €43 a day on the 100 deals. Now, obviously, there could be deals which were bought in the first set of 100, if that makes any sense, in the first 7 days selling on. So we're not starting at a standing start there. But it's, pretty interesting sounds. €43 a day, and obviously, hopefully we're only going to get more experience. And as I say, I am working with £1,000. I did deposit £1,000. And what I have to tell you is there's obviously the risk I could have lost a lot of that. Maybe I bought some big players and, they crashed or they got injured or something like that. You are risking your money. It's not a make money, get rich quick scheme, or it's not even a foolproof plan where you can't lose money. So you just got to understand the risks in that. As much as I might, make it look fancy and look pretty, there is obviously the chance of losing money. But that has been that. Also, one thing I want to show you is we've started incorporating sniping. There is actually a fair bit of bidding still selling on. You can see right there, there's a chain of like 5 or 6 cards being bids. But there's definitely way more sniping in this one than there was in the first one. The first one I didn't actually put bids. So you can see like all of those were bids, 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 all of these were bids. Which you can see in the next one that there's definitely a higher trade offers. What I'm definitely finding is trade offers are more effective than bidding. Bidding is not bad. I'd say I get the odd deal via bidding, but I'm at the moment spending a lot more time sniping and doing trade offers. You can also see that sniping started here. You see snipe, 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 snipe. So you can see almost a third trading method is coming into play between the first 100 and the second 100. Definitely doing a little bit more research between the first 100 and second 100 deals. Especially if I'm buying like the Balanta, where I was mass buying him, or I was mass buying the who was the youngin lad we bought earlier. And I was mass buying the Paio Shotterini, this guy. When I was mass buying these, I did a lot more research on these before mass buying them, and it pretty learned that from the Babacar as such. But that is going to wrap it up. So in the first 200 deals, we have managed to make €402. Obviously, right now I've got a club of 130 cards selling on. There are also deals and profits I've made via trade offers, which have not been included in these. That's because they're really, really awkward to track. The trade offer deals, so we've made more than that. But yeah, not too bad for the first 13 days to be on €402, and obviously having a club full of stuff to sell on. I'm very, very happy, especially if we're making €43 a day on average at the moment. That's very, very nice. But thank you very much for watching. This has been very, very good fun. Of course, any questions, do drop them down below in the comment section, or head over to my Twitch and ask me any questions. Obviously, if you do want to sign up as well, you can sign up under my referral. Benefits of that, you're going to get yourself a free card after you win 5 cards on bids, just like I've won right here. Rather than if you don't sign up with a referral, you don't get anything after winning 5 cards on bids. So if you're going to trade, it is probably in your best interest. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another SoRare video.